Far in the wild northwest corner of Nepal lies a land few have walked, where time moves slow and silence speaks louder than words. Limi Valley, a remote and mystical valley in Humla District, bordering Tibet, a place where ancient Tibetan culture, raw Himalayan wilderness, and untouched beauty still exist in harmony. The remote Limi Valley begins in Kathmandu, the capital of Nepal. From here, we take to the skies, heading west to the lowlands of Nepal Gunj, before flying deep into the Karnali Mountains. The first leg takes us over the lush green hills and scattered villages of western Nepal. Below us, rivers snake through the valleys, and distant peaks pierce the sky. From Nepalganj, only small planes fly to Simikot, the district headquarters of Humla. The runway there is short and challenging. Only accessible in clear weather, flights are often delayed or canceled. As we leave the plains behind, the landscape transforms rapidly. Welcome to Simikot, the beating heart of Humla, and one of the most remote district headquarters in all of Nepal. Perched at nearly 2,900 meters, this rugged mountain village is more than just a gateway. It's a lifeline for the region. Leaving Simikot behind, we head deeper into the remote northwest, taking a rough off-road jeep ride toward Takchi, the starting point for Lapcha Pass. There are no highways here, only rocky trails carved into the mountains. Rivers become roads and bridges are rare. Life here is simple and incredibly tough. Villagers walk for hours between settlements, carrying firewood, food, or their children. Yaks and horses graze freely, guardians of the highlands. Suddenly, we are stopped by a group of horses, and again we met our friends in the wilderness of Humla. Oh, what a view! Untouched, unbroken, these mountains are their kingdom, and we were just passing guests. Not far from the horses, we came across another iconic symbol of the Himalayas, the mighty yak. Strong, stubborn, and wild, they began to run too, spooked by our presence, or maybe just celebrating their freedom. We drive through terrain where roads are claimed by rivers and mountains press in from all sides. Every turn reveals something wilder, untouched, unpredictable. The mighty mountain rivers roar beside us, sometimes beneath us. Their sound is constant, ancient, and unstoppable. The jungle around them grows thick, wild, and raw, but parts of it bear the scars of erosion. Even nature battles for space here. Between the chaos, there is calm. Still lakes appear suddenly, mirrors of the sky. Grazing fields stretch wide, where yaks, horses, and dreams roam free. Despite their harsh life, they welcomed us with warm smiles and even invited us to join them for lunch. We sat together under the open sky, sharing a simple but delicious meal made with love, fresh yak butter, and wild herbs from the mountains. Hospitality in these remote lands isn't about luxury. It's about heart. And in that moment, we felt like more than travelers. It flows endlessly, carven through stone, whispering to the cliffs, roaring to the skies. This is the heartbeat of the mountains, untamed, ancient, alive, no path too steep, no silence too deep. It moves with power and purpose. Sometimes the river speaks louder than any words. In its song, we hear stories of glaciers, gods, and time itself.
जाडो पोलाउँछ कि क्या हो कलकल गर्दै बगने यो छाल भगाइ लान्छ कि क्या हो चिसो यो हावाको बहकाव जाडो पोलाउँछ कि क्या हो
Suddenly, in the middle of nowhere, a crystal clear lake appears, silent, sacred, perfectly still. Nature's surprise.
अनौठो किसिमको यो प्रेमको डोरी बेरियो के जादु लाया हुन् मन त्यसै फेरियो अनौठो किसिमको यो प्रेमको डोरी बेरियो
We cross several mountain passes, each one opening up to new landscapes more raw, more untouched than the last. Step by step, breath by breath, we climb toward the sky. The air thins, the silence deepens, and the path disappears into the clouds. The mountains test everything, our strength, our will, our faith. There are no shortcuts here, only the way forward and the weight we carry. And then, without warning, the climb ends. The world opens up. Wind, sky, and stone become one. We bow our heads, we whisper a wish, and we begin the long journey down, changed forever by the mountains. As we descend from the high pass, the landscape begins to shift. The winds calm, the sky opens, and the trail leads us down into the heart of the valley, where the Lapchi River roars through ancient rock. We cross its icy waters again and again, each time feeling the pulse of the mountain in our hearts. Hidden lakes appear like mirrors between the stones, reflecting the peaks we just left behind. The path twists through open meadows and deep silence until finally, as dusk settles over the valley, we arrive at Takchi, a quiet village resting gently by the riverbank. Here, under a sky full of stars and the sound of flowing water, we find rest after a long, unforgettable day. As the sun sets, we arrive at Takchi. From here, we'll leave the beautiful lakes, passes behind, and next morning, the real climb to Lapcha. After a simple breakfast in the highlands, we begin our drive toward Lapchi Pass, a route where the road is more memory than path, full of bumps, jolts, and raw Himalayan character. The higher we climb, the wilder the scenery becomes. Below us, the Lapchi River snakes through deep gorges, its turquoise waters glinting in the morning sun. Ahead, the snow-capped peaks rise like silent guardians watching over this forgotten trail. As we ascend the steep mountain switchbacks, we catch a glimpse of Takchi, far below, nestled peacefully by the river, now just a dot in the vastness. Every turn reveals another layer of the Himalayas, untouched, majestic, and humbling. After nearly an hour of grinding through the rocky trail, the moment finally arrived. We reached Lapcha Pass, standing high and windswept on the edge of the world. And then, just beyond the jagged ridge lines, a vision unfolded that stopped us in our tracks. Mount
Vande Shivam Shankaram Om Mrityunjayaya Rudraya Nilkanthaya Shambhave Amruteshaya Sharvaya Mahadevaya Te Namaha Namastestu Bhagavan Vishveshwaraya Mahadevaya Trayambakaya Tripurantakaya Trikagnikalaya Kalagnirudraya Nilkanthaya Mrityunjayaya Sarveshwaraya Sadashivaya Shriman Mahadevaya Namaha Om Namah Shambhavaya Cha Mayobhavaya Cha Namah Shankaraya Cha Mayaskaraya Cha Namah Shivaya Cha Shivataraya Cha Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityurmokshiyamamritat Nagendraharaya Trilochanaya Bhasmangharaya Maheshwaraya Nityaya Shuddhaya Digambaraya Tasmai Nakaraya Namah Shivaya Mandakini Salila Chandana Charchitaya Nandishwara Pravatanath Maheshwaraya Mandara Pushya Bahupushya Supujitaya Tasmai Makaraya Namah Shivaya Shivaya Gauri Vadanabja Vrinda Suryaya Lakshadvaranashakaya Srinilakantaya Vrishadvajaya Tasmai Shikaraya Namah Shivaya Vasishya Kumbodha Gautamarya Ramindra Devarchita Shekaraya Chandrakaveshwanana Lochanaya Tasmai Vakaraya Namah Shivaya.
हुन्छ हुन्छ आउँछ आमा आउँछ आमा एउटा फोटो खिचेँ है मैले तपाईँको चिया बनाएको एउटा फोटो खिचेँ भनेको Guest house in Til. यो सिजनमा मैले लिमी भ्यालीदेखिबाट अहिलेसम्म यति ठाउँमा सुने सर गुफा बस्ने है मेरो किरण सापकोटा। अहिले चाहिँ हामी सल्ली टप एल्बाङबाट यहाँ माथि ट्याक्क सल्ली टप आइयो। तल कर्णाली नदी बगिरहेछ। हाम्रो साइपाल हिमाल यति राम्रो चिटिक्क परेर सेताम्मे भएर हेरेर हाँसिरहेको छ। बहुतै राम्रो छ यो साइपाल बेस क्याम्प जाने ट्रेल सबै राम्रो छ देखिँदैछ यहाँबाट।